Okay, so this is Exploding Kittens, a bit more of a close-up of this box here. And like I said, this is the adult version. There is a family-friendly version available. But parents, if you've got young kids around, you can probably guess by the cover of this box the way this is going to go. So you might not want to let them watch this. Let's have a look inside. This game, by the way, is for 2 to 5 players. What you get is you get this nice, colourful, well-displayed rule book. Let's open this up for you. So everything is very kind of tidily set up, all in steps, breaks it down, taking your turn, what the different kind of icons mean, the different types of cards.
Thank you, Jen.
Second, and then of course you get the cards themselves. You get 56 of these cards. Let's have a look at these. So what you get is you get 4 Exploding Kitten cards, and these are the cards that you don't want to be drawing when you are playing this. So that's that. This one was upside down. Let me show you that again. So these are the cards that you're trying to avoid. Okay. So 4 Exploding Kitten cards. You also get these defuse cards. Now the defuse cards basically give you another life. And the good thing is, everyone starts with 1 defuse card. It's up to you if you want to put any more defuse cards into the draw deck. That's how this game works. There's a draw deck. So sometimes I'll put just 1 other defuse card in. Sometimes I'll put them all in. It depends really how I'm feeling.
Ano yan? Ano yan? Bakit? Saan? Ano sabi? Hindi ko nakita. Hindi ko nakita eh. Gutom na naman yung aso. Saan ba? Pag kinik ba, mawawala na rin yung ano? Yung comment. Nabasa ko. Backtrack. Scroll up. Real account niya yan? Fake account lang.
Depends how many players that I'm playing with. And it's the same with the Exploding Kitten cards. You could just put 1 Exploding Kitten card in, or you could put all 4 of them in. You know, my advice is to try all the different ways you can, because it does make the game change very, very drastically. But yeah, so these are the rest of your cards. Now this is your draw deck. This is the deck that everyone will take 1 card from at the end of your go. So it's not at the start of your go, it's at the end. And what you do, everyone starts with 5 of these cards. These are shuffled before the Exploding Kitten cards and the defuse cards are put in. So we give these a shuffle, we give everyone 5 cards, and then we put the number of defuse and the number of Exploding Kitten cards you want to play into the deck. And let's have a look about some of these cards. So as I said, you've got an icon at the top here. The instructions explain that. Basically, the icon dictates what the card is. You get a little funny
Thank you
story on the
po.
top here, release the torture bunnies. But this attack card basically forces your opponent to take 2 turns. A skip card, here we go, what does this say? Play a game of whale boner teleport. Very nice. What this card lets you do is skip a go. Then you've got these types of cards. Now, these cards don't have any kind of description text at the top, they just have more or less a name of what it is. These come in pairs. Now, if you get 2 pairs, you can play them down, and then you get to take one of your opponent's cards. You've got this favour card, which basically is to take one of your opponent's cards. What does it say at the top? Fall so deeply in love, it gives you both crazy diarrhea. Lovely. There's another card that's somewhere in this deck there'll be a pair for. You can tell just because it has just the name of the card at the top, no text. Lovely. There's another card that's somewhere in this deck there'll be a pair for. You can tell just because it has just the name of the card at the top, no text. This is a really handy one, a See the Future card. What this allows you to do is privately view the top 3 cards of the deck. So if, for example, you did have a sneaky look at the top 3 and there was maybe an Exploding Kitten card or a Defuse card, you could then maybe play another card after that, because that's the cool thing about this game. You can play more than one card to either stop you getting a kitten card, maybe force your opponent to get that, or make sure that you, I don't know, get the defuse card maybe on the next round. And that is essentially how the game works. And these cards are pretty graphic, as I've already said. They are really, really funny though. There's, look at this, whip out your rubber dick collection. Very nice. So as I say, everyone starts with 5 cards. These are all shuffled. And once everyone has their 5 cards, the defuse cards and the exploding kitten cards are put into this deck. So let's just pretend that I've done that. We'll move those out, pretend they're in there. Everyone plays as many cards as they want. And then at the end of their go, they take 1 card. Now, we don't know what this is. They take it. It could be a really useful card like this, or it could be an exploding kitten card, in which case they have to announce it, and basically they are either out of the game, or if they have a defuse card, which, as I say, everyone starts off with one of these, they get to come back into the game and carry on. 9 times out of 10, it will end up with you and one other player, and this deck will probably be looking like this at the end, so the suspense will be high. So yeah, let's go through what I thought of this game with a review. So what are my thoughts on Exploding Kittens? Well, I'll be honest with you, from the moment this was delivered through my door, I knew I was going to enjoy this game. You know, everyone likes a bit of dark and silly humour, and this is no different. And I knew from the box this was going to be just like that. When I opened the box and I started going through the cards, I found them funny. You know, they're definitely...
Hi there. I'm here to explain how to play Exploding Kittens as quickly and painlessly as possible.
Wait lang guys Naaral ko lang.
Putting the deck face down and taking turns drawing cards.
Si anyway.
If someone draws an exploding kitten, hi there. I'm here to explain how to play Exploding Kittens as quickly and painlessly as possible. You play the game by putting the deck face down and taking turns drawing cards. If someone draws an exploding kitten card, they explode, they're dead, and they are out of the game. Unless that player has a diffuse card, in which case they can diffuse the exploding kitten by first putting their diffuse card into the discard pile and then reinserting the exploding kitten back into the draw pile anywhere they like in secret. That player is still in the game and now knows the secret location of the exploding kitten. They can put it on top, bottom, somewhere in the middle, or count cards down so they know exactly when it's going to show up again. They don't get to look through the deck. They just get to reinsert the exploding kitten. All of the other cards in the deck are used to avoid the exploding kittens. For example, there's a card called See the Future, which allows you to privately view the top 3 cards in the draw pile. If you were to play this card, you could take a sneak peek at the top 3 cards in the deck. If the top card was an exploding kitten, you could then play a skip card, which lets you end your turn without drawing. The next player would then hopefully draw the kitten instead of you, and they would explode and be booted from the game. Unless they had a diffuse card, of course. Your turn consists of 2 parts. First, you play action cards from your hand. The see the future and skip cards I mentioned are both action, and they would explode and be booted from the game. Unless they had a diffuse card, of course. Your turn consists of two parts. First, you play action cards from your hand. The see the future and skip cards I mentioned are both action cards. You can play as many actions as you want, or none at all. Then you draw a card and hope it's not an exploding kitten. When you draw a card, your turn is over. That's basically it for a turn. First, play as many actions as you want, then draw a card to end your turn. Play actions, then draw. Play a card, your turn is over. That's basically it for a turn. First, play as many actions as you want, then draw a card to end your turn. Play actions, then draw. Play actions, then draw. If you draw an exploding kitten and you don't have a diffuse card, you lose. You win the game by being the last person left alive who hasn't exploded. That's basically it. The number of cards in your hand doesn't matter. Just don't blow up. There's a few other things you should know. First off, let's talk about nope cards. Nope cards can be played at any time, even when it's not your turn, and they stop the action of another player. So, for example, if another player puts down a see the future card, you can slap a nope on top of it, and they wouldn't get the peek at the top couple of cards.
Oh.
If they had a nope card as well, they could counter it with a yup, and so on. Nope cards can stop any action except for diffuse cards and exploding kittens. Everything else is fair game. Now you may have noticed that some of the cards don't have any instructions on them. Cards such as Taco Cat and Hairy Potato Cat. What you want to do with these cards is try to get 2 or 3 of a kind. If you have 2 of a kind, you can play them as an action and pick another player to steal from. That player holds up their hand, and you take a card at random, which would hopefully be something useful like a diffuse card. If you manage to get 3 of a kind, you instead get to name a card and the player of your choice to give it to you. If they don't have that, you manage to get 3 of a kind.
Saya pala na
You
ito.
instead get to name a card and the player of your choice to give it to you. If they don't have that,
Alam mo na,
you're out of luck. So be sure to keep an eye
alam mo na
on
paano?
who still has diffuse card.
Ang saya, Gagi.
You manage to steal from the right person. Also keep in
Bakit?
mind that you can form 2 or 3
May buhay pa ako.
any card, even if who still has diffuse cards. That way you manage to steal from the right person. Also keep it to you. If they don't have that card,
Ayan na
you're
siya.
out of luck.
Nag-label. Hindi nanonood kasi ako ng TikTok. Ate Hachi, nanonood kasi ako ng TikTok.
Ang ginawa mo?
Nanood kasi may nakita akong aso. Ano siya? Hindi siya makalakad. Tapos sinave siya. Tapos ayun.
Naligo ka na ba? Hindi pa din.
Tinaligo na ako. Oo.
May uso ka lang.
Amoy usok. Saan naman ako nagka-usok?
Sa kanina natin kanina. Bakit?
Punta ko.
Sleepy ka? Ikaw mo na.
Ano, maglalaro tayo. Ano?
Tara ka sa'yo. Ay, di ba pala tapos?
Sige.
Use cards. That way you manage to
Tapos
steal
na yun,
from the
nagets
right
mo naman
person.
siguro.
Wala, mahaba to.
Also keep in mind that you can form 2 or 3 of a kind
Kinausap
with
ba
any
kayo?
card, even action
Ni Karlin
cards,
Pin?
as long as the icons in the upper left match. Suppose you have a pair of shuffles.
Kinausap
Instead
ba
of
kayo?
playing these
Ni
actions
Karlin
to
Pin?
shuffle the deck, you can
Hindi.
play them as a pair and steal a card from another
Medyo.
player.
Hindi ba
Also,
hindi
if the person you're stealing from has a nope card, they can always block your
Kinausap
victory
naman
by
yun.
playing it.
Hindi po.
That's it.
Tango-tango.
If all this made sense, you're ready to play. If not, watch the video again or go read the instructions.
Snobber siya, may.
Mami, ano pala, so ang pinaka-catch nito, huwag mo mabunot yung exploding kittens. Kasi pag nabunot, kasi ang mangyayari parang, diba, sa lahat ng players meron kayong tagli-5. Ay. Masaya siya pag marami. Kaya pwede naman 2, kaya naman. Kaso pag may nakabunot ng isa, tapos na agad laban. Pero masaya kasi may mga pang-contra siya kahit mabunot mo yung exploding kittens. Ganyan. Ay, shucks.
Laro lang, walang away. Ano lang.
No cards, diffuse.
Walang mag-aaway, please lang. Walang mapipiko na. ayan na, ayan na. Ayan na, ayan na talaga.
See the future.
Hindi na
Explain ko
ako.
sa'yo. Game.
Okay.
And manood na rin kayo para if ever, diba? Kung gusto nyo yung pabili nito. Marami kayong makikita ng ganito. Sa mga tiyanggi-tiyanggi lang namin ito nabili, guys. Sa Festival Mall. Doon sa mga tiyanggi-tiyanggi.
Feeling ko talaga ang nipis dito sa ride.
Ito chinik mo kanina. Kami sa akin, kami sa mga ilaw natin.
Kasi ito makapal.
Kakabahan na naman ako dyan, Anas. Hindi na. Kaya nga dapat ma-explain mo na siya ng malupitan bago kami magsimula. Makinig na rin kayo para para mag-gets nyo. Masaya siya pag nag-gets mo.
Wait
Tingin ko
lang,
mag-
jacket lang ako.
Go.
Jacket lang.
Go.
Ay, Lord.
Kabata na ba ang lahat?